If your books feel fine, but your accountant keeps needing cleanup time, watch this. QuickBooks was built for business owners, but the core conflict, a tool that hides the very thing professionals need to see. QuickBooks prioritizes a simplified experience for non-accountants. This design philosophy often means obscuring, complicating, or removing the fundamental accounting mechanisms that professionals rely on for accuracy, transparency, and control. When user-friendly hides the real accounting, QB tries so hard to make itself user-friendly for non-accountants that it feels like they intentionally hide the actual accounting because it would confuse their general users. I just want to see the actual JE. One of the most common frustrations is the struggle to view a simple debit and credit. Forcing accountants to run reports or click through multiple screens to see both sides of an entry turns a basic verification task into a puzzle. Basic visibility is a chore. I need to see both debit and credit. Michael Rivera, construction company owner. A transaction without both the debit and credit is like watching half a movie. You just know something important is missing. Linda Chen, bookkeeping firm owner. I wish there were a simple toggle. I'm an accountant. Show me the real numbers, not a prettied up version that hides debits and credits, an architecture that compromises data integrity. Beyond visibility, the core architecture of QBO lacks the rigid controls essential for professional accounting environments. This creates significant risks for data accuracy and auditability. Deletable transactions with no robust audit trail, the system is often described as a deleter's delight, making it hard to trust historical data. The ability to just delete transactions, that shouldn't exist in serious accounting software. Robert King, manufacturing business owner. Optional account numbers. Making account numbers optional complicates data imports and makes it harder to enforce a clean, consistent chart of accounts. You can enable account numbers and only assign them to some accounts, which makes everything messy. Emily Carter, landscaping business owner. Automatic account creation, QBO, often creates new general ledger accounts without clear user consent, especially when connected to third-party apps like payment processors. The result is a bloated, confusing chart of accounts. Sense IQ, the illusion of a locked period. A true period lock is fundamental to accounting control. QBO's Close the Books feature acts more like a warning than a true lock, and it can be bypassed. That makes it impossible to fully guarantee the integrity of prior period balances. You can't truly stop people from posting into a closed period. All you can do is warn them. That's not a real lock, it's just a pop-up. Patricia Nguyen, CPA firm owner. As a result, accountants constantly have to check retained earnings and prior period reports to catch retroactive changes, a manual workaround that should be unnecessary. A user experience that slows professionals down. For professionals who spend hours in the software, workflow inefficiencies add up to significant lost time. Menial tasks are slow, key features are missing, and UI changes often hinder rather than help. Performance. It's so slow to do the most basic, repetitive tasks. Angela Martinez, coffee shop owner. UI changes. The modern view looks nice, but every change seems to slow things down instead of speeding them up. Linda Chen, bookkeeping firm. Owner, lack of batch entry. Lower tier versions lack efficient batch transaction entry, forcing tedious manual work for large volumes of transactions. Convoluted processes. Even simple tasks like handling NSF checks are often described as overly complicated and multi-step when they should be straightforward. Getting data out is as frustrating as putting it in. Clean data extraction for analysis or integration with other systems is a constant struggle. Reports are plagued with formatting issues that require manual cleanup, wasting valuable time. Data formatting users rely on workarounds like text to columns and complex formulas, which highlights a fundamental product gap in export quality. Anytime I export a report with dates, I know I'm going to have to fix the date format before I can do anything useful with it. Daniel Brooks, restaurant owner. Baffling exports. It even struggles to keep debits and credits the right way up when exporting to other systems. Jason Miller, HVAC company owner. Tax mapping. Importing data from QBO into tax software is notoriously unreliable, often requiring manual fixes or complete rework. Case study in chaos. The undeposited funds account. Few accounts create more confusion or require more cleanup than undeposited funds. Clients misuse it constantly, and accountants struggle to reconcile it, turning it into a dumping ground for unresolved transactions. There's no good way to reconcile undeposited funds, and almost every client manages to mess it up. Marcus Johnson, trucking company owner. A horror story. A single client cleanup uncovered $488,000 sitting in undeposited funds and a negative $300,000 in accounts receivable. The only solution was to rebuild and reconcile everything from scratch, an enormous, expensive project. Rachel Scott, tax practice owner, pushed beyond its limits. The software's frustrations multiply when clients use it for tasks it was never designed to handle, forcing accountants to implement complex, brittle workarounds. Fund accounting. QuickBooks Online just isn't built for serious fund accounting. Hannah Davis, salon owner, complex reconciliations. Unlike QuickBooks Desktop, QBO limits reconciliations to bank and credit card accounts. You can no longer easily reconcile other balance sheet accounts like accumulated depreciation or loans. Advanced features. Critical tools are missing, such as amortization schedules, the ability to easily reverse a journal entry, or robust late fee calculations that respect the matching principle. The true cost, hours wasted, risk increased. All of these issues add up to a hidden tax on accounting professionals. What the software sells as user-friendly for clients often results in a cascade of extra work and risk for the accountant. Billable hours lost to cleanup. Accountants spend countless hours on non-strategic, forensic accounting, fixing messy books before real advisory or analysis work can even begin. Increased audit risk, weak controls, broken audit trails, and questionable data integrity create real risks during audits and reviews. Client relationship strain. Explaining to a client why their simple software requires a complex, expensive cleanup can damage trust and strain long-term relationships. Professional burnout. Everyone on the audit team feels it. We're exhausted. Brian Lewis, auto repair shop own. A design philosophy at odds with the accounting profession. From missing journal entries to broken reconciliations, most frustrations trace back to one core issue. The software was built with business owners in mind, not with accountants and auditors as the primary users. It's a junk accounting program. It doesn't feel like it was designed by CPAs at all. The audit trail is weak. It's far too easy to delete things. And after all these years, it still feels clumsy and unfinished. Linda Chen, bookkeeping firm owner, reclaiming control. The accountant's mandate. Moving beyond frustration means setting non-negotiable standards for how financial data is managed. It's less about finding a perfect tool and more about enforcing a professional methodology, whether inside QBO or with outside support. Absolute transparency. Every transaction should have a clear, easily accessible journal entry that shows exactly what happened and why. Unyielding integrity data must be protected by true period locks, strict user permissions, and immutable audit trails that cannot be quietly overwritten. Workflow efficiency systems should be built for power users, prioritizing speed, keyboard-driven workflows, and accuracy over cosmetic interface changes. Guaranteed reconciliability. All balance sheet accounts, not just cash and credit cards, must be easily and regularly reconcilable. Sense IQ.